Hey, this is Deshaun of Sports Unfiltered here on WCRS 102.1, 98.3 FM. Just got finished watching the Ohio State game. Of course, Ohio State lose 35-21 to Virginia Tech. In that same day, you had Michigan losing badly to a Notre Dame team who was, I would say, very superior. You had Michigan State lose pretty badly as well, and these were the three games that were marquee games for the Big Ten today. Okay, you're going to hear me rant about this on the show Wednesday, but I want to get this out right now. I don't, if there was a 14 playoff, there are five major conferences. So it would be fair enough to say, with four spots, you would have the champion of each conference in there. I would refuse to put the champion of the Big Ten in that mix. And here's why. The Big Ten today had an opportunity, had a chance to really put their name out there, to say, we are the best conference in the country. I can't say that. Sorry, I can't say that they are the best conference in the country. I can say they play football, and not every conference in the country is going to be a very good conference. Ohio State had a chance to really put their little stamp of approval on there, but the problem is the stamp of approval did not happen with Ohio State. So I would not put a team there as my top team. Furthermore, the SEC proved themselves very well. I watched games across the country today. Watched the Michigan game, which was pretty freaking bad. That was embarrassing to Michigan football. That was just, if even if I'm a Michigan fan, that is embarrassing all the way to all the people and everyone who's watching the game, watching this. It just was horrible games that you see. It's just horrible, horrible stuff we're just watching all day here. Ohio State really did not perform. They got outplayed on offense. They got outplayed on defense. They got outplayed on special teams. They just got outplayed everywhere. Period. We're going to talk a lot more about that this week. Also on this week's show, we're going to be talking about as well um, the NFL. NFL season begins tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Clippers officially out of the playoffs, so I'll do a dissection on their season. I really am not a baseball guy. If you've listened to the show, I don't talk baseball much. I really don't. Uh, let's see what else pops up in the sports world, in the sports news world between now and Wednesday. If it pops up, I'll try to talk about it. And there is one topic I do want to hit on. I meant to hit on it last week, but we had to deal with the Buckeye, blah, blah, blah. And roller derby talk really took over the show last week, and it was kind of a funnily put show last week because we had to have a filler for a guest who showed up a little later than we expected, but it was good that we closed out on it. We're going to talk about the concussion issue. Reason I want to focus on it is you saw, if you've been watching football all day, you saw many major hits. There is a book called Against Football that ignited a lot of talk and a lot of controversy to a lot of sports fans across the country, saying, well, why is he saying this? Well, if he said don't watch it, then why did he just watch it and this and that? The conversation is the money involved, and you heard me rant about that a lot of times. How I feel about the NCAA, how I feel about the NFL, and it's an interesting situation with the NFL because I think the whole Redskins controversy is bigger than you think it is. You have in the Redskins controversy, the NFL is traditional, want to stay conservative, don't want change, don't really like change. Even if the world around them change, they don't like the change. That's a very interesting conversation. I'm thinking about having that conversation on the show. Also, I'm looking for funny, weird stories in the next week to put on our third segment, which we always like to have fun in the third segment. So we're going to talk about that and a whole lot more. That's for Sports Unfiltered next week. Again, I just wanted to hop on here, talk about the Buckeyes a little bit. Buckeyes did not perform well. The Big Ten did not perform well today. Overall, it was just a bad day for the Big Ten. If you're looking at it in the context of the college football playoffs, teams that had a very good day. I think the Pac-12 kind of, if you have to go with a team, you have to go with the Big 12 as your top conference right now. Do you put in a very good Notre Dame, who is, let's not lie, Notre Dame, who has not been looking good for the last few years, is suddenly looking good. A lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stories. We'll see you on Sports Unfiltered this coming Wednesday, 9 o'clock on WCRS 102.1, 98.3 FM. And if you want to listen to us online, WCRSFM.org. I'll see you then.